I'm Anil Kumar, sharing with you an interesting question on application of linear systems from my student. Let me thank my students and the subscribers for interest in my videos. The question here is, Sam invested a total of $4,000, some at 8% and some at 11% interest. The interest earned after 1 year on the 11% plan is 212 more than the interest earned on the 8% investment. How much was invested at each? You can always pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions, right? Okay, so we can actually solve such questions using two variables or one variable. I will do it using one variable. Let us see how. So what we have here is total investment of $4,000, right? So we're talking about $4,000, and this is actually placed at two plans, right? So these two plans are at 11% and at 8%, right? So this plan here, let us say, is at 11%. This is at 8%. Now, if I invest X at 11%, how much will be at 8%? Obviously, 4,000 minus X. You could use Y also. X plus Y is 4,000, and then you can say Y is 4,000 minus X. So you could do two equations, but not really required. If I invest X at 11%, I'm left with 4,000 minus X to invest at 8%. Does it make sense to you? It actually simplifies the solution and it helps to save time. Okay, so I'll prefer this rather than writing XY and then X plus Y is 4,000, Y is 4,000 minus X. It's important, right? So we'll just start with one variable. So we are saying let X be the amount which is invested at 11%, then 4,000 minus X is invested at 8%, right? I hope it makes sense. Now, let us calculate the interest earned, right? So let's find the interest. So what is the interest? Now, whenever you invest, let me say interest per year, right? So we are talking about 1 year, I, which is, right? It is principal, rate, and time. So if time is 1, it is multiplication of what you invest into what rate you get, right? So this interest, let me call this as I1, and let me call this interest as I2. Is it okay? So I1 will be 11% of X. 11% of X means you could say 11 over 100 times X, correct? Or you could say it is 0.11X. I2, the interest of so many dollars at 8% will be, you can say 8 over 100, or let me do a shortcut here, 0.08 times 4,000 minus X, correct? That is what you get. Now let's read the question once again. It says, Sam invested total of 4,000, some at 8% and some at 11%. Now this important line is, the interest earned after 1 year on 11% plan is 212 more than the interest earned on 8%. That is to say, that difference of I1 and I2 is 212. That is what it means, correct? So basically, this difference is 212. So that is the equation which we need to solve, correct? So let's rewrite this. That is to say, 0.11x take away this much, which is, we could actually simplify here itself. Let me multiply this and see what we have here. So we have 0.08 times 4,000 equals to 320. Let me write this as 320 minus 0.08x. Does it make sense? Right. Simpler to write. So we'll write within brackets 320 minus 0.08x equals to 212. Right? Does it make sense to you? Perfect, right? Now we can open this bracket. So once you open the bracket, you get 0.11x minus 320 plus 0.08x equals to 212. and combine these two, that means we have 0.11 plus 0.08 means 19x equals to 212 minus goes that side becomes plus 320. Is that okay? So we get a linear equation to solve. Let's solve this equation on the right side. So we have 0.19x is equals to, when you add this up, you get 532, right? 532. Or x is equals to 532 divided by 0.19. So let's do this calculation. 532 divided by 0.19 equals to, 0.19 equals to, so we get this answer as 2,800. That really means that $2,800 are invested at 11%. So we get our answer of 2,800 here. So what is 4,000 minus x? Let's calculate. 4,000 minus 2,800 is how much? So let's calculate this. So we have 4,000 minus 2,800, which is 1,200. So 1,200 is invested at 8%. So this amount is 1,200. Do you see that? So that is how you can solve the question. And I hope this picture gives you a good idea of what we are trying to do, right? So our answer here is, we have invested $2,800 at 11% and $1,200 at 8%, right? Does it make sense to you? So that is how you could solve such questions in minimum steps. I hope that helps. You can always put a like if you like. Share and subscribe my videos, and always feel free to ask questions. Thank you and all the best.